hands deep inside. Allow the body to soften. If there is any tightness or tension anywhere, just breathe into that area and relax. As we breathe into that area, it will receive all the divine energies, and by that it will relax. The more we relax, the more divinity we can receive. The divinity in the form of unconditional love, wisdom, clarity, energy, prana shakti, and all the divine qualities, the soul qualities of joy, abundance, kindness, compassion, contentment, creativity, gentleness, understanding, balance, and harmony. So let us bow down to the divine source, which appears to us in the form of our favorite gods and gurus and the Mahadevis. So let us connect to the divine source in the form of the Mahadevis. Imagine we are seated in a circle with Mahasaraswati, Mother Kuan Yin, Adi Shaktiman, Parvati Ma, and Mahalakshmi. We are breathing with the Mahadevis, and we are receiving all the divine feminine energies. For a long time, the divine masculine energies these energies were more in the world. So this brings us about certain varieties of experiences, both pleasant and unpleasant. But this was bringing about an imbalance in the world and also within many of us. So now the divine feminine energies are flowing more powerfully to the world to bring about a balance. So as we connect consciously with the Mahadevis, with awareness, then we can receive fully the abundance of divine feminine energies. So, this brings about a deep healing within us in all the bodies, wherever there is an imbalance, wherever there is a trauma, a pain, or any stress created by this imbalance, all of that will get healed. And day by day, we are coming into more and more balance and harmony within ourselves, within all our bodies. And as we heal, this gets reflected in the whole world as a healing of the whole world. And whatever healing happens in us, that is also having an impact on the mass human consciousness. It is bringing about a healing in the mass consciousness also. So, whatever we heal to that extent, we will not pass it on to the future generations. So, they can live a much, much better life, more full of joy, peace, harmony. So, let us visualize also seated with us our favorite gods and gurus. Maybe Shiva and Parvati, maybe Hanuman, maybe Babaji and Mataji, maybe Sai Baba, whoever is most dear to us. Let us feel our connection to them. The love which we feel for them is what we call bhakti. It is the unconditional love. Normally, what we call love is the human love at the physical level. Generally, that is kama. It is not unconditional, it is based on so many expectations. So, that is more like a possessiveness, conditional love, that is kama. When this love gets purified, when it becomes ennobled, then it transforms into bhakti. Bhakti is unconditional love. When we see the image or when we visualize our favorite god or guru, naturally our heart opens up. And the unconditional love, which is already there deep within us, that begins to flow. And from the Mahadevis, from our favorite god and guru, this unconditional love is always flowing. So when the heart chakra opens up, all it helps all the chakras to open up. So we begin to receive all of that divine love into all the chakras. And this begins to purify us on all the levels. So when we pray and we are feeling that great devotion, this healing happens naturally, purification. But if we do this consciously, with the knowledge about this, with the awareness, then we can be proactive. We can consciously let go of so many unnecessary things we are holding on to, which are blocking ourselves only. So then this purification, cleansing happens much, much more faster. For example, suppose we are going down the river in a boat. So only one boatman is rowing. uh, I mean, imagine at first that there's no one rowing the boat. So the boat will just go down the river according to the speed of the flow of the river. But suppose the boatman picks up the oars and begins to row, then he is helping to increase the speed of the boat. Then we flow down the river much faster. So when we are in awareness and we are putting in our own effort to just let go all unnecessary thoughts, emotions, mental patterns, behavior patterns, that is like picking up the oars and rowing the boat. So our progress will be much, much faster. And suppose there are more people in the boat, maybe 5 or 6 people, and each of them pick up the oars and start rowing, then you can imagine with what speed the boat will move. It will be very, very rapid. So, in the same way, when we sit together and meditate, it is like each one of us is picking up the oars and rowing. So, together, our progress will be very, very, very rapid. Together, we feel a companionship. So, we enjoy the journey. And since all of us are together making that effort, we feel it is much easier. We have the support. Along with that, we are sitting with the Mahadevis and the Gurus. So their energies are also supporting us. So it is as if the wind also is blowing in the same direction. And pushing us, helping us to flow more faster down that river. So if we fix a sail to that boat and the wind is blowing, then that helps that boat to flow even more faster. So sitting with the gods and guru is like fixing that sail to the boat, and the wind is blowing favorably. So we need not put that much effort. The wind and the sails will help us to go down the river so much more faster. So, in the same way, we are receiving the support from the divine source. So, it helps us to feel safe and protected, supported, guided, and we enjoy the companionship with each other. So, the journey becomes more enjoyable. And when we are together, we feel supported. So, we feel safer to look at whatever is hidden deep in the subconscious. We feel supported that it is okay now to let go of all unnecessary things, maybe some fears, anxieties, worries, maybe some anger, hatred, irritation, maybe some laziness, boredom, confusion, doubts. Whatever it is, it's much easier to let go of it when we are together. And when we are together, when we achieve something, we feel the encouragement and we feel so happy for each other. So our joy also multiplies, it increases so much more. And whatever we are achieving, even the gods and gurus rejoice with us. They feel so happy that finally we are waking up, we are sitting in awareness, we are allowing them to help us by receiving from them. And by allowing the transformation within ourselves, we are helping in the healing of Mother Earth and the whole human consciousness. So that's why we feel a much more deeper joy. We feel it like a deep, vast peacefulness. And that joy and peacefulness leads us even deep into the stillness and silence. And we can feel our oneness so much more deeply. Generally, all the things we are holding on to, which is creating blockages in the chakras, in the nadis, that is in the lower three chakras, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura chakra, in the navel. So when we let go of unnecessary things, then these chakras get cleansed and purified. That is when this helps the heart chakra to open up. So the heart chakra is like a bridge. It is connecting the lower chakras and the higher chakras. As more purification happens, then the higher chakras automatically get purified and activated. That is when we move more and more into a place of unconditional love. And this love, this bhakti, is the highest wisdom as well. Love always guides us in the right way to take the right action. So, by this, the mind also gets purified. So, now to further speed up this process, to use the mind in the right way to support us, we can once again do the Hawaiian healing method. Ho'oponopono. This method is there in ancient cultures in different forms. It is there even in the Vedanta teachings. It is there even the teachings of Buddha. It's there in the teachings of Jesus and Allah. The main teachings always contain this same truth. We can just say this by repeating the four sentences which we all know. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Sometimes people add, I forgive you. But when we say I love you, that is the same as saying I forgive you. Forgive means for giving. And what is it that we are giving? We are giving the unconditional love. So forgiving means for giving unconditional love. So sometimes we need to give love to others. Sometimes we need to give love to ourselves. So when we are looking at the surface level, then we are seeing only the bodies and we think we are separate and the other person is separate. When we feel that separation, that is when it becomes so much more harder to say just these four sentences. So just imagine somebody who has troubled you and just try to mentally say, I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. Suddenly you will realize how difficult it is to say this, especially if we feel the other person is wrong. Then, my goodness, how difficult it is to say, I am sorry. Immediately, the mind, the ego, the sense of separation will trouble us. Why should I say I'm sorry? And suppose we try to say, I please forgive me. Again, that ego, the sense of separation will trouble us. We will feel, why should I say I'm sorry? It's the other person's fault. Or even if we try to say, I forgive you, again that ego will trouble us. That person did so much trouble. Why should I forgive? And I love you, forget it. It's so hard to say I love you to somebody who is troubling us a lot. And thank you, we will think. The mind and the ego will trouble us even more. Thank you. Should I say thank you for troubling me? So that feeling of separation troubles us so much. We will not be able to say even one of these sentences. It's only when we look deeper that we can see the divinity inside. There's a divine soul over there, and we look deeper within ourselves and see the soul within. Again, we look even deeper within, and through everything we have understood until now, through the knowledge we have received, and through the feelings which we have experienced through the daily meditation, we can feel that Atma and Paramatma are one. We feel that oneness, the Sarvatma, that all the souls are just one Sarvatma, just like all the drops of water and the ocean are one and the same. Only when we remember this oneness, remember this, and feel it as the deep calmness and peacefulness within. Only then we will be able to sincerely say, feel it and say it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. So we are saying this not to some other person who is separate from us. We are saying this to the one divine source, to the one Paramatma deep within. So, in fact, we are saying it to our own self. Our true self is Paramatma. So, we are saying it to ourselves. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I totally forgot who I am. I got so identified with the body, with the emotions, the mind, with the illusions. I got so engrossed and fully immersed in the drama of the daily life that I completely forgot who I am. Then we say, I love you, thank you, because it is the same divine source, the one divinity which is appearing in front of us like that troublesome person. So that troublesome person is actually helping us. Because of those troubles, we begin to search for solutions. We pray. When we pray, chant mantras or sing bhajans or do some yoga or pranayam, any of these practices that slowly purifies us to a certain extent, opens up the chakras, then gradually that leads us deeper within. Then it leads us to the knowledge of the divine, knowledge of our true self. And finally, it helps us to wake up from the dream, to wake up from the identification with what is false or temporary. So every difficulty, every troublesome person is actually helping us to turn within, look within, let go all unnecessary things, and once again realize our true nature as the one self, the one awareness. So, once again, by doing this, the journey of the soul gets completed. And once again, we experience the joy, the bliss, the oneness, and even beyond that, the stillness and the silence. So now, understanding this, remembering this, let us say these sentences. Now, with this understanding, we will have no difficulty in saying it We can say it with feeling, with deep sincerity. So, this will bring about a deep healing, a magical transformation. Let us look beyond the physical body. Let us see the divinity within and say this to the divine source. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Now just feel inside. Feel the release. Feel the lightness as the heavy burden disappears. Holding on to these negative thoughts and emotions is such a burden. It feels so heavy, and that causes the tightness, tension, pain inside. All of this just disappears very rapidly. So let us repeat sincerely from the depth of our hearts. We are saying this only to our own true self, to the divine source. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Now just let us be in silence. Feel the changes. throughout the day. Every now and then, we can just repeat these sentences. When we meet someone, we can just say it silently within. So that helps us to see not only the body outside, but also immediately see the divinity within. It's the same one divine source appearing in this form. Even whenever we see any animal or trees, plants, maybe the sky, when we feel the breeze, when we see water or fire somewhere, when we light the stove in the kitchen, we see the flames, or when we light the lamps, or when we see just the empty space around us. We can repeat these sentences, so it helps us to look deeper within, see the one divine source appearing in all these varieties of forms. Immediately we can feel the oneness, the unity, the union, and we feel this like a beautiful joy, peacefulness, and a stillness. Gradually, we begin to even remain in silence. There is no need to say so many words. We begin to enjoy that silence. Let that joy, that peace go deep into the body, into the organs, deep into the cells. We can feel it like a contentment, like a fulfillment, as if we lack nothing in this moment. Just enjoy this feeling. Now, slowly lift up your hands, touch the face, ears, head, neck, shoulders, arms, front of the body. Touch the legs, press the feet, back of the legs, back. Cover your eyes with the palms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly blink your eyes behind the palms and slowly open the eyes.
Thank you, man.
Welcome, Asha. Thank you for joining in. Have a lovely day. I'll close the meeting now.